How is artificial intelligence going to impact public speaking? Is artificial intelligence coaching going to make public speaking training obsolete? I'm going to answer these and many more questions about how artificial intelligence can actually improve your public speaking and communication training. First, let's start with the importance of public speaking in this world. Now, there are already unbelievable artificial intelligence tools to help you with your public speaking recording skills. Now, I mention recording skills very deliberately. Programs like Descript will take your video recording and you can edit any ums, ahs, so's, filler words like that, or any mispronunciations right there on the spot. So when audiences see your video, they don't know that you have made small verbal mistakes like the one that I just made. Now, these are excellent tools. They're excellent tools because number one, they save time. Number two, they create a polished product for your audiences. And despite all of the tools that are already available to us, here's an important feature about public speaking. Regardless of what artificial intelligence tools that are created and available, human beings will always have to interact with other human beings, especially leaders. Leaders cannot avoid having face-to-face conversations in front of an audience of one or in front of an audience of 1,000. And so even though there are programs that help polish up your speaking skills, they're not going to be able to polish up your speaking skills in real time. And instead of shying away from these artificial intelligence tools, what I have done is leaned heavily into them. So second, let's talk about how AI can revolutionize your approach to public speaking. Not only can it analyze your speech in real time, but it can actually create data as to how effective you are being. In addition to that, when you upload videos to certain AI coaching programs, they're also going to analyze your body language. Are you showing up confidently? Are you giving powerful gestures? Or are you just kind of making public speaking a little bit shy, dull, and maybe boring with your body language? In addition to that, in addition to all of the statistics and data that AI can provide for public speaking coaching, there's also various opportunities for a real life human being coach to also comment on the specifics of your speech. AI coaching programs aren't unaware of the fact that human to human interaction is critical, and there are some elements of communication that can't quite be measured by AI. Now, if you're curious to see how this works, I encourage you to stay a little bit longer in this video because I'm going to run this very talk through an AI public speaking coaching program, and you're going to see how beneficial it can be. Next, let's talk about the techniques and strategies to improve your public speaking and presentational skills, specifically using AI. Now, there's 4 components to improving your public speaking and communication confidence. And these rules really apply with or without artificial intelligence coaching. Number 1, you get to practice. Now, I get that practicing a speech, rehearsing the way that you are going to say something, is somewhat of a time suck. We have this conception that practice is boring. And let me think. Why do we think that practice is boring? Oh, I know why. Because it is. Truthfully, I'm not as motivated to practice a talk as I am to give the talk. But I clearly understand that in order to get the results that I want from my talk, I need to spend time in rehearsal. Here's where we have various advantages to AI coaching. The programs available to you allow you to practice in real time and consistently. And that's the advantage of having AI coaching. AI coaching provides you an opportunity to practice on your own time and develop a consistent habit of practicing. The second step is that you need to analyze your results. Now, without AI, if I just record a video and post it on the internet, the only data that I can get is how many likes and views that video got. Don't get me wrong, those are important metrics to look at, but what is the efficacy of my communication? How can I analyze the data of what I said and how I said it? Many of the AI tools that I'm going to recommend later on will show you specifically what kind of data is aggregated and how you can use that data. Third, you need to use that data to revise your speaking. Maybe it's revising your content, your language, or simply your communication confidence and fluency. And finally, you start the process over again. You practice, you analyze, and then you revise. Next, let's take a look at a real life example, this video, of AI public speaking coaching. Hey everyone, I am so excited to show you how AI can help your public speaking skills. I'm going to be previewing Udly, which is the program that I use for my own speeches as well as coaching other clients. I uploaded the video, the very video that you are watching right now, to see where I am. Right off the bat, you can see the analytics of word choice and delivery. So what went well? Filler words, I only had a few, and it gives you an analysis as to how many you had and the frequency behind it. Non-inclusive language, I did a great job. Top keywords, this is very specific to making sure that you are landing the specific message that you are hoping to land. And yep, this is about right. I talk about public speaking, about AI, about coaching, about practice. So that's spot on. Ooh, some weak words. Now, I was under 4%, which is good, but it's great to just have a snapshot of some of the weak words that I get to eliminate from my vocabulary. And what could have gone better? I'm a little bit repetitive. That's so odd. I've never heard that before, but I have heard that I'm a little bit repetitive. So that's something to take into consideration. Next, we look at delivery. Okay. My pace, we'll start with the pace here. My pace was pretty good. I probably should be speaking a little bit slower, especially for a video. Eye contact, very interesting. Total on-screen time was 17 minutes and 42 seconds. That's not the total video because I did articulate a few things that I needed cut out, but I need to make more direct eye contact with the camera. That's really interesting. Centered, perfectly centered. That's good news. Pauses, okay, could be pausing a little bit more effectively. Oh, and smiles. That's excellent that it gives me that data. And in addition to that, we also have AI generated comments. So these are questions that the AI creates for you to help you think about some things that you may not have thought about. This is especially beneficial when you are rehearsing for a big keynote and you are trying to figure out, did I land the message that I was hoping to land? In addition to that, Udly supplies some key takeaways from the audience so you can check, am I actually landing the message that I intend to? And suggestions on how to improve that communication. Oh, look at my surprised face. Oh, I'm shocked at how good Udly can be for your public speaking coaching. And then finally, a little bit of a note on filler words. It's interesting because this filler word I used intentionally for dramatic effect, but Udly still captured it. That's significant because, again, while Udly and AI coaching is very, very beneficial, it also requires sometimes a human eye, somebody else to take a look and make sure that the data is actually saying what you are hoping it to say and how you can use that to improve. I hope this video helps. Now let's get back to the full video to see how you can use these tools for your greatest public speaking success. Finally, I'd like to give you some tips for choosing the right AI public speaking coaching for you. First of all, I wouldn't be where I am in my YouTube journey if it wasn't for vidIQ. While vidIQ is not necessarily a public speaking AI platform, what it does do is it helps narrow down and concentrate your ideas. The incredibly powerful search tool can analyze whether your content is needed, wanted, and already being watched, and if there's a need or a desire for your particular video. It also supports with things like titles, descriptions, and even some video outlines. Now, some of you may think like I initially thought, which is, isn't that kind of cheating? And I'll tell you why it's not. You see, we all suffer from expert blindness. Whatever our content area is, we have so much information in our head, and we can't always quite know what is most significant and how to narrow it down into a concise and explicit message. vidIQ helps edit and helps narrow down exactly what you get to say. As I mentioned before, regardless of the really advanced tools that vidIQ provides, in the end, I still need to record my video. It's still me sitting here recording in front of a camera. Now, let's say that you are a leader in a large organization and you need some massive AI coaching training in order to reach your many, many employees. Not only can that be very tedious, it can also be quite expensive, and it can take a very long time to see actual results. One of the companies that I contract with as an evaluator is Quantified Communications. Let me tell you, they are the leading edge in corporate public speaking communications training. Their AI features are absolutely unbelievable. But again, these are features specifically for large organizations and corporations. So what if you're just an individual, not a corporation, who's looking to improve their communication confidence and their public speaking efficacy? For this, I use what I showed you earlier, which is Udly. I have been a huge fan of Udly since it began. The founder is absolutely awesome. I've had various conversations with him, and let me tell you, I have never met someone who is such a go-getter and so receptive and open to feedback, suggestions from their clients. Best of all, it is 100% free. Now, I use it with all of my coaching clients. Anytime that any one of my clients records a video, I upload it to Udly, I analyze their data, and I give specific comments on their talk. So if you are a Udly user or you're going to be a Udly user, I'm going to put my contact info in the description. And please, please, please feel free to send me your Udly videos and I'll analyze them from a human perspective, and I'll give you some analysis as to what the data actually says. Finally, I'd like to recommend one more resource, and that's this one. It's entitled ChatGPT, Navigating the Impact of Generative AI Technologies on Educational Theory and Practice. Educators discuss ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence tools by various authors. I know the author from my days coaching speech and debate, and let me tell you, this is a leader in AI and educational theory and creates some very powerful arguments as to how we can use AI to educate our future generations and how we can use them for tools such as public speaking. Hey, I'd love to hear your comments about AI and how it relates to public speaking and communication skills. How are you already using AI? What do you feel about using AI? Are you resistant to it? Do you believe it is a form of cheating? Would love to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments. And as always, don't forget to come off mute and speak up your story. Until next time, see you.